Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to show you the start of my Supergirl comic book collection. Because after all, they've announced that Supergirl movie down the road, so why not better to showcase my collection of Supergirl. Now, back when they rebooted Superman way back in 1986, they did showcase a little bit of Supergirl, but she was not Kryptonian and she was not from Argo or any of that. She was actually made out of proto-matter on another Earth, and her mission was to come to the main Earth to get Superman to come back with her to this alternate Earth and save them from three Krypton criminals. But that's a whole other story. So once that story was done, she still had she's still part of minor stories throughout the Superman titles, like Panic in the Sky and little things like that. But DC didn't give her like a mini series until 1994, which Roger Stern was the writer, and you had Brigman and Goose as the artists. So this was the first title of the miniseries. And this was volume, like I said, this was volume 3 because that's what they say on the internet. And this is issue 2. Oh, it's a newsprint, is it? Edition 2. Newsstand, I should say. Newsprint. And this is issue 3 is when she's getting mad. Beautiful art though. And this was the last issue of the miniseries. So this particular character at this time, she had the ability to morph armor outside her body. She could also morph into other people, if I remember right, at that time. But with Volume 4, which lasted 80 issues, the longest Supergirl title run so far, is that she merged with Linda Devers in spirit. So she lost the pro-matter, but she still had superpowers. And she ended up getting spiritual wings, I guess you could say. But it ran for 80, like, compared to new characters getting a title in this day and age, she lasted 80. That's impressive. Like 80 issues is almost 6 years. So that is awesome. And to showcase my fourth volume of the Supergirl collection, I'll run the other video right now. This first issue was signed by Peter David, and the artist was Gary Frank and Cam Smith, and they did the first 12 issues of this run. Beautiful artwork. Final night was a DC event. I think some creature was eating the sun, draining the sun of its energy. And I got Peter David to sign this one as well. Came out back in 9.4. I enjoyed the cover. There's a signature in between the ape and her. And Rampage was somewhat of a villain to Superman. She first appeared in Superman titles, I should say. And like I said before, Supergirl became part of Linda Devers. And that's Buzz. That was Supergirl's, I guess, main villain. And there she's part of storyline related to Linda Devers again. Classic costume she's still wearing. Again, this is the Silver Banshee, so again, like Superman's villain show up in her title. Great cover though. Same with this one too. They're all good. That's another DC event. Genesis. The artwork has changed now. Well, it has for a couple of issues already. Now this is where the wings start showing up. She's getting the ability to sprout wings. Spiritual wings. This is another crossover event involving Superman Blue and Superman Red. Classic pose. Mr. Steel shows up in her title. Now this is somewhat a crossover to Resurrection Man. Again with the wings. She's using them a lot. I like this cover. I should get that graded. I don't know, it's awesome. And Comet was not the horse. It wasn't two guys up top there. So when I mentioned earlier about the protomatter, so the protomatter is coming back. This was another crossover event. 1 million. Granny goodness, oh no. And that's the former Supergirl in the background. Another thing with these old issues is that they show what was happening in the book. Like part of the story you could see on the cover. Nowadays there's just a lot of posing. That's one of Superman's villain, Parasite. Uh-oh. $39 already. Is she 40? See, that's Linda Devers. I think another with the wing thing, like an angel. Uh-oh. Someone has passed away. Not looking good. Issue 49. Again with the wings. Now, it's more Leonard Devers is the main focus and a new costume.
Lex Luthor shows up in that title. That's her costume, short blue skirt. Dr. Fate shows up. And something has happened. She's under a pile of rubber. This is another crossover event. That is a nice title cover. What did you know it? Two-Face shows up. Supergirl title as well. You got the Joker. That was another crossover event. We're up to 64 already. Mr. Demon shows up as well. As well as Mary Marvel shows up. As well as Captain CM3 was his reference name, I guess. That's a lot of frogs. A lot of frogs. Now, you know, with this cover, it's something related to the Amazon gods or the Aztec gods. South America gods. And look who's coming back. With wings. Or maybe I'm wrong. This was, I snuck this one in here. It was just a Elseworld story with wings. And this is nearing the end of this current volume of Supergirl. It was a great series. I enjoyed it. Because after this, then the next volume where they actually brought Supergirl from Kandor. So yeah, there's the Spectre shows up, and now it's Hal Jordan in that costume, that Spectre costume. Yeah. And that's it. Issue 80 was the last issue for this volume. The short blue skirt. Short white shirt. That's all she wrote for this volume. It was a good run. Good run indeed.